Good morning and welcome back to another match of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky Randomizer 10 Dungeon Blitz Tournament as part of SpeedGaming Live 2021. My name is Halkery. I'm one of the organizers of the events, and today we have a very interesting match, I would say. We have the champion of Rando for the last couple events we've ran, Wh0misDS, and just generally one of the greatest PMD players of all time. Up against eponumos today. Eponumos wasn't a part of any of our previous events, so seeding didn't go too kindly for him. However, he is very, very prominent in our on our emulator leaderboards for the full game runs, so he's a very competent player. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get the racers started here. Okay, the races should be off very, very shortly. Now, like I said, just because this is Wh0misDS's first match does not mean that eponumos does not have a chance of taking this. I think this match could very easily go either way. The best time we've seen put up so far from their casual races and their streams, Wh0misDS did put up a 26-minute time. I believe eponumos' best time is somewhere in the 30s, so potential time, at least based on past performance, I think Wh0misDS has the better chance to pull off a god run. But like I said, anything can happen. Anybody can get walled. Anybody can get held back. Anybody can blitz ahead. So we'll definitely have an interesting race here. They should be going here in just a moment, actually. Also, we are using the Sky Temple Randomizer for this event, and they've been very gracious to sponsor this event with a very generous prize pool. Oh, very interesting. I don't know if you noticed, but these players both have an input display on their top screen, so that may give you an idea of what kind of inputs are involved in this game. Eponumos is going to go with Tyrogue. Tyrogue is one of the best Pokemon to go with, I believe. An absolute unit, that one is. And Larvitar. Oh, Vigoroth is insane. You should go with Vigoroth. He's gonna go with Typhlosion. Okay. This is not a great moveset for Tyrogue. Cut's a good move, at least. No, he needs a reset. That's horrible. Are you sure about this, Whom? Okay, he's sure. Reckless and Clear Body, Filter and String Grace. Okay. I mean, yeah, no, I don't agree. I don't think Solar Beam only is good for Hitmonchan. But he seems confident, so we'll see how it works out. It's very interesting they also use the same top screen choice of display. And Whom has already found rare fossils. Okay, so forget what I said about Solar Beam. It doesn't matter anymore. His attack is now Rare Fossil. The Rare Fossil is a held item or a thrown item that does 100 damage to everything. So at least for the foreseeable future, that will be his primary method of attacking, as long as he doesn't run out. Oh, and eponumos is already taking a death. That's unfortunate. Oh, and then the rare fossil went into the water, so he can't get that one. He's missing all of these rare fossils! It's ridiculous, man. Okay, he's got another move. I don't know how good Trump Card is if you haven't already used other moves. Actually, I think Trump Card is the one that gets stronger the less PP it has, actually. Okay. Well... yeah, this is a interesting start for both of these players. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my original assertion that Wh0misDS should have reset by now. I don't know about I don't know enough about eponumos' Tyrogue to make that call for him, though. I've been kind of interested in what Whom has planned with the Solar Beam Tyrogue or Solar Beam Hitmonchan. It's 6 damage, that's not great. If you use a move and Armaldo lives, you have a really bad move on your hands, because Armaldo has probably one of the worst HP stats of all Pokemon you could go with in this game. Okay, Whom is the first one out of each cave. He's gonna go ahead and take on the boss here. He's gonna go ahead and take it out. Very good. Now Eponumos is behind, but I really do think this Hitmonchan is gonna have problems later. Okay, yeah, Flamethrower for Typhlosion's insane actually. Hitmonchan may not be able to do anything, but with a stab move like Flamethrower, this Typhlosion's gonna carry for sure. Eponumos is just not having a great time with this first dungeon. This is always the worst situation, when you're in one of these types of rooms and then there's an enemy just camping with a ranged move. It's terrible. If I was him, I would just leave. He's gonna go ahead and take it out though. I guess there's a chance it follows you. Alright. Oh. Alright. Whom has some Cleffa Ox, so that's very good. Yeah, I mean, a minute in, if you asked me who wasn't gonna win, I would definitely give the edge to Eponumos, but he's just having such a hard time getting out of each cave. He's one floor away though, so maybe he'll get out of it soon. Whom has some really good items though. Petrify Orb is great if you get surrounded by things with great moves. And he's already done with the second dungeon before Eponumos even enters. And he's on the first floor of the third dungeon already. And the third floor. Lord. So one thing that's very interesting about what Whom did is he did not opt to check the shop at all. It is faster to not check the shop, but the shop can hold items like golden seeds or rare fossils that you can basically get for free. So sometimes it may be worth checking out, but I guess he's confident in his rare fossil count, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Yeah, so the randomizer randomizes everything, including any mentions of any Pokemon, so it randomized Graveler Rock into Cleffa Ock. Water Pulse. I mean, yeah, no, it's not even... I think Bubble Beam's better anyway. Yeah, so in Eponumos' position, he's got a poison status right now. In the vanilla game, it wouldn't be too much of a big deal, because you can find Pekka berries in the ground very early on. But in a randomizer, where everything's mixed together with everything, you're not that fortunate, so he's gonna have to deal with this poison, and hopefully climb the stairs soon. Yeah, he has nothing. Yeah, he's gonna die. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, the good news is he's not poisoned anymore. But, you know, the bad news is he had to redo the first floor, which was not great. Yeah, at this point, the main strategy for Wh0misDS is going to be just having Typhlosion take care of everything. Because this Hitmonchan, currently, as of today, still sucks. So, he's not getting a whole lot of mileage out of it. Whom's Typhlosion is missing all of its moves. It's not what you want to see when he's literally the only attacker on the team. It's not great. One thing I didn't mention earlier, you might have noticed that both of our players picked female for their leader's gender. Females and males actually have a big difference in this game. So males have a higher crit rate at the cost of accuracy, and females just have higher accuracy with no drawback. So typically people prefer to go for female, since hitting your moves is more important than them doing massive damage. You know, because you miss a lot when you have that accuracy drawback. Okay, so Wh0m is done with the 3rd dungeon. He's going to take on the boss here. The boss has 100 HP, and the number sounds familiar because that's exactly how much a rare fossil does. So he's going to throw the rare fossil and one-shot the boss. He's going to go straight into the 4th dungeon. No shop necessary. We don't need a shop here, I guess. Yeah, you can throw rare fossils into the wall. Very good. That's pretty much the only way to combat something that's inside the wall. The stairs up from Wh0m is insane. I mean, good for him, because quite frankly, this Hitmonchan needs it. It's not contributing much else. I guess with rare fossils and the partner having a very strong stab move, it's basically as if Hitmonchan was good, I guess. Rare fossils will practically one-shot everything that we'll see in this ROM today, except for the final boss. Okay, so this dungeon's actually gonna be 9 floors instead of the last one that was 10. That was a very good cringe from Secret Power there. Slacking is an absolute unit. Very, very strong. Yeah, so Wh0m has rolled a Sandstorm on this floor. We tried to help the players with them being less likely to get inclement weather that harms them. So basically, what happens is the game rolls a weather condition, and if it's a damaging one, it tries to re-roll it. And if you get another damaging weather condition, then you just have a damaging weather condition, and there's nothing you can do about it. So we at least give it a second roll to see if we can avoid it, but sometimes you can't. Who is moving, actually? And that's the 4th dungeon for Wh0m, going into Dungeon 5. This one is about 13 floors, actually. And right away, stairs, stairs, stairs. Stairs, 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 stairs. This is crazy. Oh, I just noticed eponumos has an X-ray spec. So the X-ray specs are actually very, very good for this. What they do is they show you the locations of all items and all enemies in the dungeon. So instead of having to fight things you randomly come across, it's no longer random. You can kind of strategically avoid enemies to go faster. Yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit of XP that you would have gotten otherwise, but in this point, eponumos has had to redo a couple dungeons, so he's very good on experience. He probably doesn't need it. Currently, Wh0m is winning. He's in Dungeon 5. Meanwhile, I think eponumos is in Dungeon 2. Yeah, we can't do anything about rare fossil misses, though, unfortunately. Yeah, he's got a lot of rare fossils built up. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where he has enough rare fossils to throw one at every enemy for the remainder of the game. That's his hope, anyway. Ooh, that Ivysaur has a psychic type move. It's not what Hitmonchan wants to see. Camp is such a beast. It's not surprising that it's not going down easy on eponumos' side. So this format is known as 10 Dungeon Blitz. The goal is to beat the quote-unquote Groudon that you would normally fight in the vanilla game. However, it's not Groudon, so that's why we decided to change the name of the format. The goal is just to complete the 10 dungeons and defeat the boss at the end of the 10th dungeon. Okay, so as soon as Eponumos stops getting binded, he should leave this dungeon, which is very good. He's been in here for a little bit. Okay, Dungeon 6. So at this point in the vanilla game, you'd be on the expedition with Bidoof. And Bidoof is a randomized character, so in this ROM today it's Chikorita. So now, Chikorita/Bidoof is very, very rigid. You cannot customize anything about it. You can't customize tactics, can't customize movesets. You cannot customize anything about it, and it will just go after enemies whenever it feels like it. So it's the best practice is to babysit it. Oh, I guess Eponumos is on Dungeon 3. My apologies. Yeah, he's definitely on Dungeon 3. Okay. Even if he would have taken a fall there, in between some dungeons, the game does give you reviver seeds based on when you would have gotten them in the vanilla game. Okay, so Wh0misDS just passed over a ginseng. What that does is when you consume it, what it does is whatever move you have in the topmost slots of your moveset gets a base power increase by a number between 1 and 3. So it could be good, but Wh0m is not using any of his movesets. He's using just rare fossils. So he's almost out of rare fossils, so hopefully he finds some more. Eponumos is out of Dragon Balls, but he's making Fissure work somehow. Fissure is a very terrible move, and he finds a Reviser Seed. That's so bad. Wh0m is currently 3 dungeons ahead. His luck has been quite crazy. Yeah, I think throughout the whole ROM you can actually get hidden stairs, but when you're right next to the regular stairs, it's actually faster to go to the regular stairs, because when you go up hidden stairs, you're taken to another room you have to traverse. So if you can just go straight to the next floor, that's even better. Might be the first bad floor we've had so far. Yeah, Wh0m really needs a refill on our fossils, because I would say that's the main reason he's pulled ahead this far, is because this Hitmonchan sucks. When it started, it only had Solar Beam, and it hasn't gotten any better. So he's been solely relying on rare fossils, and they're about to run out. You have to run through the dungeon and face them, that's correct. Miss input from Wh0m had him run down to the room, bottom of the room, and that gave the enemies a chance to come on in. And he doesn't have the rare fossil ammo for this. He's gonna have to go all the way up there and get that one. He's very, very tight right now. Oh, he used the Reviser Seed on Eponumos' side. It's unfortunate. Okay, so he's done with the 6th dungeon. This will be the 7th dungeon, and this is by far the hardest dungeon in this randomizer. This is what in the vanilla game would be Mount Horn, and Mount Horn has a lot of floors. It's about 14 to 15 floors. Look at it. But the layouts in the vanilla game are very, very simple, very, very small floors, and you can find the stairs very quickly. However, we have randomized floor layouts that can pull from any dungeon in the vanilla game and use their layouts. Right now it's looking like Sky Tower, or Chasm Cave, rather. So 14 floors of this is really, really uncomfortable. Good job, Chikorita. Okay, so luckily eponumos had a luminous orb. That basically just spoils the whole floor for you. And he finally finds some rare fossils on the ground. I know he's picked some up from the keg shop, but I don't think he's found any on the ground so far, so that's good. Yeah, he's probably gonna get hungry. I don't think he has any items to deal with hunger. Oh, Chikorita has an IQ skill that tells you how many items are on the floor. That's a shame. I would assume it's Chikorita, because if it was any of his Pokemon, he could turn that off. Tickle's not great. The Hitmonchan already wasn't doing any damage. Now it's doing even less. Meanwhile, eponumos is trying to get through the 4th dungeon. He just had very rotten luck. Hasn't found nearly as many pure seeds, or not pure seeds. Wow. Both. Oh, the Minun had Forewarn. That's so bad. Forewarn's one of the most broken abilities in the game. Basically makes you all half the moves that are targeted towards you end up missing, essentially. I was wondering why he was stalling on every floor, but seeing that Chikorita has that item ability, or that item IQ skill, it makes sense. Yeah, I think this dungeon's going to be a massive problem for Wh0misDS unless he can get more lucky floors. Because, as we mentioned before, he doesn't have any way to treat hunger right now. And then also, I believe he's out of rare fossils now, because I saw him use Giga Drain. And when you're Hitmonchan, you never use Giga Drain. Yeah, this is so slow with that text from Chikorita at the beginning. Imagine if he dies, he's gonna have to go through that all again. Oh, it looks like eponumos had a faux fear orb. Luckily. Oh, that's a rare fossil drop on the ground. He's having such a hard time. Oh, he might die. Okay, he had a revival release. That's good. Yeah, it must be Unburdened. I don't think he had a speed drop at all. Unburdened in the vanilla game, oh, 2 rare fossil drops. Perfect. In the main series game, Unburdened is an ability where if you use up your item, you get a speed boost for the remainder of while you're out. In this game, what it does is if you're not holding an item, you get to attack twice. So it's not quite as limited in this game as it was in main series Pokemon. There's no shot! Dude. So the Mischievous got confused and somehow used Chatter in the correct direction to kill Larvitar. That's ridiculous. That's insane. So when you're confused and you try to use a move in a certain direction, you have a 1 in 8 chance of using the move in the direction you want to use it. And that Mischievous got that 1 in 8 chance. Is Shadow Area of Effect? It might be, actually. That would make more sense. But I believe it was looking right at him, even so. You might see a link from Whom. Oh, he's gonna link on Typhlosion. I think it's better for. I guess that's fine. I don't know. I think it'd be better for Hitmonchan because Hitmonchan's just doing no damage. You know, the only way Hitmonchan will kill anything in one turn is with a linked set. But he's finally through Mount Horn. Very good. So he's done with Chikorita. No more Chikorita. He's very, very unshackled. So this is the dungeon that would be Foggy Forest in the original game. It's about 12 floors. So. Oh, more rare fossils. Very good. Now, Whom is approaching that point where he has enough rare fossils to take out everything in the game with it. And just give no regard to his number. We're very closely approaching that point. I believe the Typhlosion started with Bubble Beam. The Pokemon start with random movesets. But I believe there's no way to do full TM compatibility, so the TM compatibility is still dependent on what Pokemon is. Like, the only reason he was able to teach Flamethrower is because it's the Typhlosion. Yeah, more rare fossils. We're definitely going back for that. For sure. 24 rare fossils. He's not quite at the point where he can disregard and just lob away. I don't know. He's gonna have to go down for that one. It's so worth it. It does look like a couple seconds to go down there and secure it, but that's saving up to 10 seconds of your moves not killing. So definitely worth it. Interesting move. He's gone ahead and warped away from his partner. His partner will be fine. I'm not worried about his partner. I'm worried about this Hitmonchan. Yeah, eponumos just having no luck with this dungeon, unfortunately. He just had no luck with this whole ROM. It's really, really tragic. Meanwhile, it's all been on Whom's side. Oh yeah, that's another rare fossil drop. We're so going for that. Wurmple has a max elixir. I'm not sure if it's worth going for at this point. The worst of the long dungeons are already over. But if he comes across it, he'll definitely take it. Yeah, there's the max elixir. He'll take it. Oh, he saved the game. Did he quick save? Yeah, eponumos is not playing poorly, I would say. I think it's really just the RNG he's dealing with. I accidentally pressed rescue, I see. David wants to go rescue him. Any rescuers mod check? So here we are in the first half of Steam Cave, otherwise known as Dirty Tabernacle. This is just so slow. Like, the fact that this is a Tyro that's forced to use Dragon Pulse, which 1 is a special move, 2 is extremely slow, and 3 is not good on Tyrogue. It's just, it's on top of all the bad RNG he's getting, this is just completely trashing him. Maybe the idea is you reset after you see the moveset on Tyrogue. I think they both should have reset in the beginning, but Whom didn't and it worked out, and eponumos didn't and it didn't work out. That's basically all it is. I think Whom was very lucky for this to work out, because there's no reason on paper why this Hitmonchan should have succeeded. Oh, that's fine. I was going to go and use Hail. We have abilities that spawn Weather Band, but we don't have moves that spawn Weather Band. Like, what are you thinking right now if you're Eponumos? Like, there's no way, there's no shot you're ahead. Like, because you died so many times. Like, what's your, how do you stay composed at this point? I'm not sure. All right, well, it sounds like Wh0m got a gold split. Yeah, it really speaks to, you know, the determination of our runners that, you know, they're not getting discouraged enough to just shut off the stream and go lay down and think about why they played. I don't know if Eponumos like gave himself a great chance at winning this, but he probably had a better chance than he thought he did. He just didn't have this luck. He's not a bad runner at all. Yeah, he died again. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, to say that this is Wh0misDS's race to lose is a little bit of an understatement. And now he's warp scarfing. It's a good way to just check a couple of rooms. And we're on Groudon now. And it looks like Wh0misDS is going to put up the time to beat for the event so far. Okay, and that's GG. 30-49, very, very solid. I'm going to see if we can get our winner in here. Yes, you can stop Eponumos. You don't have to finish if you don't want to.
And
so I'm gonna be very honest. When I saw that moveset on Hitmonchan, I would have reset.
I was very much considering it. That's why I looked at the abilities, because I normally wouldn't do that. But I was like, alright, if this thing doesn't have terrible abilities, then I'll run it. And I was like, alright, this thing actually has some decent defense, so sure, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight, I mean, there's no way I had this Force-Net, but like, it ended up working out perfectly, because you got some moves for Typhlosion to be a good partner, and then you also got, you know, a lot of rare fossils to basically be Hitmonchan's attacking move, so it worked out really well for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Eponumos ran Tyrogue Larvitar, and he's still in Waterfall Cave.
Oh, what? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it did
what?
not go nearly as well.
Huh.
Yeah, and I think his internet died, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get an interview with him today. But yeah, you did have that early game luck, getting through the first two dungeons very quickly, and I was like, okay, Eponumos' team is better, so you know he'll catch up. But you know, it never stopped for you.
Yeah.
The train just kept moving, kept moving. But no, it was very, very solid, honestly. That's the best time of the event so far, and it probably will be for a little bit since it's so solid. I think, who do you play now? You're actually good for a little while. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and join the PC eponumos if you can. You'll be playing either Gamer, Someone, Juicebox Commando, or Horse.
Okay.
You're waiting for 3 matches to be done, so you're very, very good on time. Yes, eponumos should be joining us shortly. Did you have any other thoughts about the race?
Well, I didn't realize I was that far ahead, honestly. I knew that I was playing well. I was really happy with how I played this, but yeah, I didn't think it was that much.
Well, that was fun, lol.
So
I laughed my fucking ass off, to be honest.
We need to keep it a little bit PG here.
Yeah,
but anyway, that was rough, honestly. Like, I think you guys started with similarly bad teams, but like, there was just a difference in the rare fossil drops for you two.
Ah well.
I think with more rare fossils, you could have, resolved some of the issues you had, but you just didn't get them, unfortunately. I'm not sure it would have been enough to win, but I mean, that was a very fast time, and I don't think whomever went to the shop. So
no, I don't really check it very often unless there's something I'm specifically needing, which I might have checked it once this time just because I needed rare fossils. I don't remember if that was this wrong, but
I mentioned early on, I'm like, you can
yeah.
get gold seeds from the shop. You can get rare fossils. There's a lot of good things you can get from the shop, but I mean, it ended up working out that you didn't waste that time at all.
Honestly, the main thing I was looking for was just a TM on the ground that was a move, and when I finally got secret power, I was like, all right, I can work with this, and I didn't expect to do as much damage as it did. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's good enough. So eponumos, did you have any other thoughts about the race? I saw, like, I don't know if Chatter is an area of effect move and you were gonna die to that regardless, but I saw what that Mischievous did. Like, it got confused, and then when I looked, you died and it was looking at you after a confusion. So I thought it was like you got screwed by the roulette wheel there.
I believe Chatter is AoE.
Okay. So
I can't remember, to be honest. I just remember a lot of fun. Yes. I mean, so many things happened that I was like, okay, that can also happen. Yeah. Roar of Time was fun, like 5 times.
I don't think it was really a weakness in your team. Like, I think Larvitar's not great, but it's not that bad.
But yeah, it was something, I guess.
Yeah. So at this point, you will drop down to our lower bracket, and you'll actually be playing Deltnix. You definitely have some time to schedule that one if you want to get it right away. That's certainly up to you. But yeah, I think that's all we had here.
Okay.
Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for doing this on such short notice, by the way. I know this was literally scheduled today. So just thank you guys for keeping your schedules open and working with us here. And for everybody interested in trying this, be sure to do !SGL21 PMB Sky. It gives you a link to our randomizer, or it gives you a link to our Discord, where people can help you get started with the randomizer. I believe it also has a link to our bracket, which has a resource package you can use to get started with these races. And yeah, make sure to follow the runners, follow me, the commentator, and our next match. We have a lot today. Today, at 2 p.m. Eastern, we have Carbasi versus Easton 8. At 3 p.m., we have Pascaline versus Inferno Brand. At 4 p.m., we have Zaboos versus Cobral. At 7 p.m., we have Someone 325 versus Gamer. And then at 8:15 p.m., we have Pixel versus Blanc. So a lot of PMD content today. So definitely check our schedule and keep up with it. We'd love to see you there. Thank you guys for the race, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.